And we're back. Okay, so on the questions, did you make any close relationships while in the service, and did you stay in touch with your fellow veteran mates? Yeah, I mean, still a lot of my friends now are ex-forces. I seem to, most of them Royal Marines, and a few soldiers, a few paras and that sort of thing, a few ex-Special Forces guys. I mean, you do make very close relationships in the forces. I still keep in touch with my best friend from the army. He is now a full colonel. You know, scary, because I know what he did in his 20s. And he is godfather to my oldest son. So yeah, we stay in touch. Yeah. Were you awarded any medals, and how did you get them? Yeah, I mean, I've got medals for service in the Middle East and like Iraq, Bosnia, Kosovo, Jubilee Medal, I think that's it. What advice would you give to troops who have overcome frontline trauma and who have been in similar experiences to you? PTSD has become quite an issue, with individuals often taking their own lives. What advice would you give to any veterans struggling with PTSD? I was fortunate in that I've not suffered from it, really. I was always pretty good at compartmentalising things, but this is not really a question I can answer. You know, I certainly wouldn't. There's case by case basis. I've had mates who've had pretty bad PTSD, and I've worked with guys, especially in the ex-forces market, with pretty bad PTSD. But, and perhaps on a very individual case, one-on-one with them, there's something I could do to help. But I certainly wouldn't want to offer any advice to anyone suffering from either physical or mental injuries that are far greater than I received, and therefore I would struggle to comprehend what they're going through. And even then, you know, it's not an area that I know a great deal about. As I say, I have helped guys with both physical injuries and PTSD, but that's because I've been there with them. And I think there's things you kind of intuitively know what to do or what to say when you're sat with your arm in a bloke in a pub. I think this subject isn't one I would ever offer generic advice, you know, over the internet about. How did your service and experiences affect and shape your life? I am an ex-soldier. I will forever be an ex-soldier. You know, I'll never be a civvy. I joined the force at 20. I only did 10 years, but that, you know, that's when you stop being a child and start being a man. So it formed very much my character in those 10 years. And even now, I take it as a compliment, but people instantly spot that I'm an ex-soldier. You know, so it pretty much wholly shaped, I think, my attitudes and my, you know, I'm still a guy who gets up, I'm still a guy who's never, ever, ever late, who irons his own shirts, who polishes his own shoes, who, you know, the highest compliment in the world is good admin, and the worst insult is bad admin. You know, I hate being disorganised, it was got to be just right. The capacity to multitask, to keep balls in the air, to deal with stress, to deal with people, you know, and not just other soldiers, but dealing with civilians in stressful situations like in Bosnia, Kosovo, and Iraq, where you're having to deal with locals or other nations' soldiers, and a lot of tips and techniques and respect that you learn there transfers across. So yeah, I think it wholly shaped who I am and forever will, and no bad thing too.